What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Warhammer. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today. Okay, Total War Warhammer. I'm not going to declare on him just yet, but in the previous episode, we had some minor setbacks just due to kind of my inability to perform consistently. We were defeated by Sindri Nordgrimling. Like, no joke. We lost that war to that agent. We didn't lose a war to their armies or anything else. We lost a war to an agent. Because he's level 20, and it's just like he was whittling my troops down so frequently with his guerrilla warfare bullshit that it was just like, how do we even win this right now? Probably gonna need bulldoze you for right now. And in the meantime, give me, since you're our border province, probably picking up a garrison's a good idea. We'll pick up a garrison right there so they can fight a little bit harder. We're going to have to deal with corruption and all that other tainty bullshit in just a minute. Corruption just rubbing its taint all over everything lately, and it's deeply upsetting. Probably going to jump in on this war. Oh, the Empire is actually here. Go figure. Is that Karl Franz right there? Is that their faction leader? I think that's Karl Franz. We may need to go back up to the north then and defend our territory for a little bit. They want me to join in against the vampire counts. I mean, our relations are good enough to where I can turn down most of this stuff. 1,500 to fight with the vampire counts who are way up here, though. The vampire counts, you're not going to be able to mess with them until... There they are. And so that's pretty considerably far away. It would rely on me leaving my lands pretty well undefended in order to make that happen, and I'm just not comfortable with it. We can improve omens by, or we can risk Morsleib's wrath. We can't afford anything else going wrong right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw a little bit more. Continue messing with his army, please. And there it is, another level for him. So now we're better at assassination. What is our assassination up to? Assassinate is up to minus 32% for target effects. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. I wasn't going to try and assassinate him. I just wanted to see what our chances were up to. I'm actually kind of surprised we were able to block the army so many times, too, with things going the way they are. But maybe that's for multiple actions in a single turn. So where is that happening right now? It looks like... Is that Karl Franz? Yeah, it's Emperor Karl Franz right there. The leader of the Empire. He who was hand-chosen by Sigmar and all that shit. Okay, maybe not hand-chosen, but still. Kind of chosen. I think we should probably fight... Is he the faction leader? For the border princes? I do think we should, like, square up with the border princes at some point here. I think it'd be a smart idea, although we might be able to make a land grab right there pretty easily. Might be worth the effort to go over there, and we'll ignore the border princes for a second or two to go snipe that Karag drawn from their faction. I don't know if you can actually capitalize. I should probably try to do it with my agent, too. It's always a good thing to do it with your agents. That's never a recipe for heartache. Oh man, he stopped right next to us too. It's no bueno for Chu. We can colonize that for... I should probably take bar. I didn't realize I could colonize those. Can I colonize this with him? Or do you have to have somebody... Okay, you gotta have somebody who's good at that shit. He's up to 60% or 47% for a positive outcome. This is probably not helping our relations at all, but you know what? Our relations are pretty shit to begin with. So he succeeds. He levels up again. I need you. Put him on a giant wolf if we really, really wanted to. But we can have him become skilled in harassment, torment, can drive the enemy into rash and appalling choices. Let's go ahead and make it so he's good at rolling out on chaos, corruption, and whatnot. That'll probably help out quite a bit, too. I don't know if it helps fix any of this down here, but it looks like Chaos is at a stalemate, and it should help out with some of our public order type stuff too. I got a 28% chance right there with a 10% to wound. Yeah, go for it, whatever. Or, you know, don't. It's fine. I'm going to try and claim this over here. We'll get Karag drawn, and then after we get Karag drawn, we'll go after Barak Var. And I feel pretty excited about that prospect right there. I think it'll be okay. Ooh, I've got a kitty with me right now. Ollie's decided to stop on in and say, well, mostly he just wants to be cuddled, and he's probably got like an itchy back or something right now. That tends to be, I just applied the flea medication to all of my local fluffs, and he really wants me to jump in on that war against the vampire counts, but frankly, I really don't want to fight the Von Karsteins right now. I'll help you. Actually, I'd be more than fine jumping in your conflict with the border princes after I colonize all this stuff. But for right now, I'm not feeling so solid about the prospects of... That might make them upset when I do this, but I'm not super stoked about jumping in on stuff right now that I can't guarantee the outcomes on. Alright, we failed, but we still leveled up, so that's cool. And that gives him the right to do Infiltrator. So can't stop what they cannot see. 2 additional wall breaches. 4 in settlement. I think I have to take this so that I can get to Watcher. And the ones I wanted Bodyguard, basically. So if I need to, I can install him as a loyal protector for my local lord. So let's keep moving that down the line. He's not going to be a combatant. He's going to be an infiltrator. And so we got him right there. Although hopefully not with an emphasis on the traitor part of that equation. If they come in right now and they steal Karag Tron from out from underneath me, I'm going to be very upset because I want this property badly. Like really, really badly. Is he at war? Are the border princes at war with the dwarves? In general, the races of men and whatnot don't tend to scrap with each other. Like, they might not like each other, and they may have little skirmishes and things every now and again. But in general, they tend to stay on good terms because chaos and shit is terrifying. Yeah, let's colonize it. It's ours now. Yay, we can give commandments. Commandments are really, really good. We want commandments. So we can actually take this up to a greenskin hideout right now because it's absolutely nothing at the moment. It's got a little bit of corruption going. Oh, they've got wood over here too, so giggity, we've got wood. Is there anything else I can upgrade along the way while we're waiting to see? Looks like they've got stuff ready to go because they've got a surplus. We can either do Doc Karaz or we can do... Let's work on earning further cash for right now. We will be raising an army very, very soon. But I just want to get my colonization done. Extorted income, we'll bring that down by 4. Military presence is 6. That should still be positive, I think. If we leave, I think. It'll only be slightly positive, but it'll still be positive. Why did I lose so many troops right there? Maybe from attrition? Either way, we'll replenish as we're on our way out. We can give a commandment for Death Pass. What that means is that I think if we go into this menu right here, there's a little blue button, and we can either increase the amount of money we gain from the location, we can increase obedience and growth, or we can lower our recruitment cost, and we can raise our local recruitment capacity. So it's either or. We can pull down either one of those that we really want. The 5% increase would net us roughly... Oh, me being bad at maths. Me being so bad at maths. It would gain us about an extra 100 or so in there. Depending. I don't know if it just does the net amount. It's probably just from this area. So we're getting 200 from there, we're getting 400 from there, and we're getting nothing from there. So that means it probably would actually be considerably less. We probably don't want to do that then. We probably want to go with growth and obedience by kicking off a camp ruckus. And so make sure you do that if you capture complete areas. I'm going to try and get Barak Var next, and I would love to have Ba with the Ba over here. Da bang, diggy, diggy, diggy. Send us something to stop, drop the boogie. I don't know. My name is Kid. Yeah, that's like what popular music sounded like when I was in junior high. That was the real popular shit. I remember when Now That's What They Call Music 1 came out.
I can kill you later if you say something.
He wants a defensive alliance. And I'm not really feeling that right there. I mean, if you pay me, maybe. I don't know. I need cash right now. So, bring the bribes together. He wants us to do that. However, that'll give him military... We already have military access. Defensive alliance. I just don't want to fight the dwarves right now. I'm going to be super honest with you. I don't want to fight the dwarves at all. The dwarves, their agents are just too stacked at the moment, and...
Strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen it.
Well, good. That's all that I really care about right now, is that I'm trying to get everything back up and running, get it all looking sweet and sexy and all that. He can go up to level 4, really. Okay, so let's take that up to level 4 because that's going to unlock some unique opportunities for us on the world map. As far as our research goes, just work on the boars or whatever. We can't really do much. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get up to level 4 right there. Doc Karaz is ready to go up to level 3, which will add a little bit more income and a little bit more growth. With Bitterstone, what can I do down here? I've got an empty slot. Let's get some more cash moving so that we're very, very cash rich before I start moving things around any further. I don't have Ekrand, so normally I would want to have Ekrand so I could put in the Wog banner or whatever down there, the mustering banner. But for right now, we're kind of chilling, waiting to see what happens in the rest of these territories. We don't have enough money to bump everything back up, but we are making cash at a pretty astounding rate right now, which will be helpful. What can I do over here? I can damage the walls. Yeah, just help out, I guess, and generate yourself some more levels over here since we're not really at war with anybody. He's already moved, so that's fine. We're going to give him a marching order because he's trying to move rapidly. Apparently, my conquests strike fear. A conquest is basically where you just go to a convention and then somebody's like, hey, can you go get me a soda? And you're like, a conquest! Hooray. Not to be confused with a pro-quest. Pro-quests are quests that are done far above the novice level. You are no longer a journeyman. You are absolutely... Well, a journeyman does things professionally, though. As the wall grows, additional boys can be summoned. Send out the call and bring fresh mobs to our totem. Not really trying to do that right now. My fightiness is going to fall off pretty soon. So we are going to have to declare on somebody. It's probably going to be Akendorf. Your race cannot occupy settlements of this type. Okay, well then we will raid and we will murder and we will take. It's weird that you can't conquer everything in this game. It's one thing that I've noticed is that every race has like weird restrictions on what they can and cannot conquer. It doesn't bother me like a lot, but it's still like weird. For example, like they can't capture human stuff, but vampires can get human stuff. They can only get dwarf stuff and other greenskin stuff, so all they can really do is ally like everything in this area to their cause. They're holding. They're doing okay. Although the dwarves are making a pretty solid push for that entire southern territory. If I could get everything south of the river right here unified under my rule, I would feel better about our chances. Another capital would be helpful too, just for cash farming purposes. I don't know why the top knots are all cut in half like that. It's weird. Like, sometimes the AI allows things to happen to its territory that Crooked Moon is obliterated. By whom? I suppose it doesn't really matter. So if I wanted to take this back, quickest way is to go around there. And then, yeah, we're going to have to declare on somebody because we need to... We need to have somebody to fight. And so my guess is that I would keep a low-level skirmish over here with the Border Princes so that I can just kind of fight them a little bit along the way. Just have a battle every now and again to keep the fightiness moving along. Because fightiness is in a bit of an ugly situation right now. Our units are so depleted, too. I'm allowing them to travel through my land right now for unknown reasons. I'm not completely sure why I'm okay with what they're doing right now, but I assume that I'm doing it for a reason. Alright, we'll colonize Barak Var now. That doesn't give us total control of the area, but it gives us everything but Bawatzag or whatever. We'll go ahead and get this all fixed up so that it starts generating a little bit of income. We'll get these all up to level 3 before too much longer. We'll upgrade the garrisons. Kiraz. I'll probably drop the garrison from there so that we can add other things and start turning this into a recruitment zone so we can start getting other things out of it. And there's going to be a little bit of retrofitting, but we are making money hand over fist right now, so it shouldn't be too hard to keep things moving along. Absolutely. If you want to take Karag Drawn up, by all means. Drawn going up on a Tuesday. It actually is a Tuesday right now, huh? Cool. It's so rare that my songs actually work out like that. I mean, when I try to get musical, normally I find that circumstance tries to block me, but you know what? Happy with it right now. We have actually laid claim on a lot of stuff. We're doing pretty well right now. I sense that there's probably a reckoning coming, though. Attitude value with the dwarfs is pretty bad. I mean, their aversion is going to make it so that we're never quite on good terms, but some of these things should fall off. I mean, if we were to break some of our treaties with the Ekron, I'm sorry, with the Top Knots, we'd probably be in better shape, but for now, I'm just going to hope that they don't come knocking. I'm not going to get ye old Heisenberg activity going on, because we can't handle it right now. We have too many enemies, and we have too many people to fight with. Karak Azul is another faction that I wouldn't feel horrible about going after. Just tired of fighting dwarves, to be honest. The crafty little bastards was causing problems for me and mine.
Gonna be quick.
If I go into this area, what happens if I just stir up trouble in this area by deploying? I'm kind of curious.
Just go.
Well, looks like somebody raised Krenstadt and Schwarzhofen. This has turned into a pretty bloody battle up here. Like, no lie. It looks like these two factions are tearing each other apart at the moment, which is fine by me because that keeps them out of my ass. I don't need people digging around with a flashlight and a shovel or anything in there, so just leave it alone. We have no upgrades in this territory. This territory is currently in the process of upgrading. Karag Drawn is... Which one is Karag Drawn? Oh, that one. I forgot we even picked this little faction area up. So you will absolutely need a watchtower. I'm going to help out with your growth for right now, though. Yeah. Let's help with growth for right now. Make you get a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. Throw that settlement on creatine for a bit. Yoke up with the muscles. The muscles. Let's take a look at the map and see how we're doing right now with comparison to the other factions. We are not doing badly. Like, that is a considerable blob right there. Karak Azul is a tiny bit terrifying, though. Karak Azul could definitely mess with us a bit. We are surrounded by enemies. I do think it's a smart idea to get after the dwarves. Blood Spears look like they're taking a little bit of heat, too. It might be a decent plan to go after Karak Azul, but it depends if they're allied with any of the factions that want to fight with us. Get Savage Orcs from right there. Savage Orcs are basically like cavemen. Like, Orcs are already pretty primitive. However, Savage Orcs take it to a whole new level, in case you were wondering what that means, like what that entails. See, the problem is the Blood Spears went to war with too many factions at once. Oh, Karak Azul just declared on us. Okay, Bloody Spears are in. It's an opportunity, I guess. I was gonna declare on border, but I guess I can live with this situation. Let's go ahead and get our march on. we need to start setting ambushes in these little corridors over here. So we'll want to put an ambush right there. We'll want to put an ambush over here. There are going to be a number of locations that we want to start messing with the enemy at. Where is our agent at? Bring him down south. We need him down here like right now. As fast as he can haul, this is where I need him. He's only level 7, but during this campaign he should have a good opportunity to raise his proficiency by quite a bit and become a tad more effective for our faction. We've got a boss's war tent over here. Or we could take something new and exciting. I'm thinking a boar sty is probably a good idea because cavalry is what we've been lacking hard this entire time. And I would like to shore up my recruitment with some cavalry, so let's take some cavalry in here. Once we get him back into the territory, it's important to note that we're kind of roughed up right now. We are not in amazing shape. This army is not ready to go. In fact, I could combine some of these stacks. And oh, really? They feed into the lower level one? Ew, I don't like that at all. That did clear up some space for us, though. We got to get back to our territory before we can recruit, so it'll probably be alright. I mean, worst case is they take a couple of territories, we regroup, and they overextend themselves, and then we come back in and we get it all back. Hopefully, Karik Kadrin didn't cause the dwarfs to... If the dwarfs decide to declare on us, we've got a problem.
I can kill you.
I can't do it, man. I cannot join with the border princes right now. I just cannot do it. That is just the worst plan ever at the moment, and I'm not down with it. We need to get another army up and running. So we've got a great shaman, we've got a war boss, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and take Scrogga Beardburner, and we're going to get him started. So 2 of you guys... Well, let's start with the lighter stuff first. So take 2 of you, 2 of you. And we'll just leave that as is for right now, because he's going to need a little bit of extra cash once he gets into our territory. And for his recruitment, we wanted boar riders. I wanted to get a pretty healthy dose of cavalry so that we could start messing with enemy artillery positions and stuff like that in the middle of combat. I don't think it would be too bad of an opportunity. We have condensed quite a bit. I'd say probably take these 2 and we'll combine them so we can get them all skilled up. You will just disband. We have a lot of archers anyways, so I don't think there's any reason with an orc army to take this many archers. And that leaves us with 5 slots open. I would say to grab a couple stacks of biggins right now. And then once that's done, we'll get a couple stacks of boar riders, and we'll hope that we can just do some tactical surgery with them. Karik hasn't moved on us yet. Who is Karik at war with at the moment? Do they have other problems, or are they only messing with us? I mean, they're at war with all of the orc factions, so that doesn't really help me much here. He's calling together a few more boys. Basically, I'm going to set an ambush in this forest once he's full up and ready to go. And we should probably get down here and attack somewhere. That's a provincial capital, so we probably don't want to hit that first. Probably want to sweep the leg with something smaller before this gets too far out of hand. Do we have the boar riders yet? Where are the boar riders at? Have they still not finished that? Boar riders got 1 more turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Karik drawn defensible right now, because they can cut up through here and go after Karik drawn. Basically, I just want there to be enough units at every location to where they can cause a little bit of a headache for the people that want to hurt me. That'll take us up to 400 gold per turn. That's the cheapest, and it gives us the most income, so we'll upgrade the docks real fast. Dock Kiraz is having considerable problems maintaining order, and so I may also... I'll cut their taxes in a little bit if I need to, but I need to put something else in order over there too, like a boss's tent to even that out for a bit. And then I'll bulldoze the tent once they're at like 100 order, and we'll worry about other things. Azul's doing something because their turn's taking a little bit, but I don't know who they're actively fighting with right now. Here come the border princes again. Hopefully not to declare on us. If they declare on us, I'd be a bit worried. I'd be terrified, actually, to say the least. Ah, we have enemy armies over here and enemy agents. Goody. What level is this enemy agent? He's level 9. That means we've got a decent chance to get rid of him. What's my assassinate? 33. That's not too bad. We'll give it a go on the next turn. I gotta get these agents out of the area before anything else happens. Alright, so you... Let's get you down here. I may actually even embed you for a little bit, just to make sure... Oh, my stance is messed up. Okay. Faster wool. Actually, get the better arrowheads for right now. Black Crag, are you done with all of your upgrades, all of your associated shit? Good. That means if I had 6,000 gold, I could bump up to getting Black Orcs and Night Goblin Fanatics, which would make our melee game go up pretty considerably. I will see you on the next episode, though. We are out of time in this playthrough. My terrible, terrible playthrough of Total Warhammer. I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.